the fact that people can like dance well, I'm just like, oh, this is cool. And then if they're like sing well, I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then if they do the two at the same time, I'm like, what is no? Like it's almost just too much. Like this is crazy. How are you doing this?
No, that was the funnest thing in high school, I think.
Really?
Show choir, yeah. I got in the high school show choir when I was in 8th grade.
Cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like they just needed extra sopranos, but I was all for it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I did that throughout all of my high school career, going to competitions, not very far away, but it was always a lot of fun. And that we would meet at like 5 a.m. before school.
Oof.
And like when it was taught by Mrs. Langstaff. Yeah, so it was a lot of hard work, and we took it pretty seriously, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh my gosh. I remember like, I was in sports, so I remember some of the sports you'd have to come in early and do stuff or like weight lift before or whatever. And it's, it takes a lot of dedication. So I'm not like foreign to that concept, but like, I guess, it's not like people, they just like, all right, you guys go out here and do this awesome dance number. And they just like all have it choreographed in their head and they just kick ass from the start. No.
I mean, it takes a lot of work.
A lot of practice. a lot of practice. Everybody got to step in time, and then it's like you're stepping in time, but you're flat, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could just see like it'd just be a never-ending cycle of things to try to perfect.
Yeah.
So like when you graduate from high school, and there's no more like, I mean, like there are a couple like community chorus type things, but there's no more like structured, organized, like these are the things you have to do during the day. You have to have like a job and stuff. But like how do you bridge the gap from having all this awesome stuff to do while you're singing to all of a sudden like there's nothing available to you? Like did you keep singing at places or did you like show up? I know that like some bars have karaoke and things like that, but also when you graduate high school there's like a tiny gap where it's like you can't really get into bars, sort of.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll allow you as a performer as long as it's before a certain time at certain towns. So, but how did you like end up bridging that gap?
I really didn't. So when I went to college, I didn't do any extra things. So I was kind of out of music for a while.
So you went to you went to college but didn't do any music, like any singing. No. I mean, granted,
it was just straight
college
business classes.
Yeah, but college is expensive. Like some of those are slightly free, like some of the things you can do in college, like if you want to be in the play and things like that, it just takes a lot of your time. But like otherwise, if you want to take like lessons or classes and things, that costs money though too. And I mean it's not cheap,
Yeah.
So
I was out of music for 2 years there, and then I really didn't start singing karaoke until I was probably 21, I think. And then that's when I started doing like competitions.
Oh, cool.
So
what kind of competitions? Like
karaoke competitions
around like just around this area or where at?
One was hosted here in Fort Dodge, and then the other couple that I did was the Road to Treetown Festival.
Oh, cool.
Karaoke competition.
That's pretty awesome.